General Hospital spoilers reveal that Brook Lynn and Lois are looking for opportunities to strengthen the bond between Brook Lynn and Chase, a mission both Chirulo women are fully committed to. Despite past differences, Lois has gradually come to see that Chase is a good man who deserves her daughter's love. She has begun supporting the relationship, offering sincere advice and, at times, gentle nudges to encourage Brook Lynn to express her feelings more openly. Brook Lynn, who often projects strength and independence, has started to heed her mother's advice, realizing that opening up to Chase could deepen their connection. Lois, with her wealth of life experience and deep understanding of love, recognizes that her daughter still harbors emotional barriers, remnants of past hurts and a natural instinct to protect herself. In their private conversations, Lois gently encourages Brook Lynn to share more of her feelings with Chase, not just during difficult times, but also when things are going well. Initially reluctant, Brook Lynn has begun to apply her mother's advice. She leaves small notes for Chase expressing appreciation and love. She has learned to listen more attentively when Chase talks about his day and has started to share her own hopes, dreams, and fears. The new storyline around Chase's birthday is strengthening their bond, as Brook Lynn and Lois work together to plan a special party. Brook Lynn wants to throw an event that not only celebrates Chase's birthday but also demonstrates her love and appreciation for him. Lois, with her knack for planning and creativity, has helped Brook Lynn design a perfect evening, from choosing the venue to curating the menu and guest list. They've spent many late nights discussing the smallest details, making sure everything reflects Chase's personality and preferences. During the planning process, Brook Lynn confides in her mother about the deep relationship she's built with Chase, how he has always supported her music career, how he believed in her when she doubted herself, and how he has become a rock in her life. Lois listens with an open heart, moved by the depth of love her daughter has for Chase. She realizes this isn't just a fleeting romance but a true and lasting love. They decide to host the party at the Floating Rib, a place full of memories for Chase and Brook Lynn. Lois contacts the restaurant owner to reserve a private area and ensures that Chase's favorite dishes will be served. Brook Lynn creates a guest list including close friends, Chase's family, and colleagues from the police department. She even invites some Quartermain family members, knowing this might cause some tension. Planning the birthday party brings Lois and Brook Lynn closer than they've been in years. For the first time in a long time, they feel like a real family, working toward a shared goal. Brook Lynn begins to truly appreciate her mother's support and wisdom, while Lois feels joyful seeing her daughter growing into someone capable of deep, genuine love. As Chase's birthday approaches, the excitement between the two women grows. Brook Lynn has prepared a special gift, a new song she's written just for him, expressing emotions she finds hard to put into words. Lois, recognizing the potential in the song, encourages her daughter not only to perform it at the party but also to record it as part of her growing music career. She helps Brook Lynn rehearse, offering guidance on how to convey emotion through her voice and connect with the audience. These are precious moments for both mother and daughter as they share a deep love for music and performance. Lois reminds her daughter that music is a powerful way to express love and that this gift will mean a great deal to Chase. In addition to the song, Brook Lynn has also prepared a physical gift, a vintage watch she found in an antique shop. It resembles one that Chase's grandfather once owned and that Chase has mentioned fondly. She secretly purchased it and had a watchmaker engrave a personal message on the back, a reminder of her unwavering love and support. Through the process of planning Chase's birthday, Brook Lynn has learned much about herself and love. She realizes that showing emotion is not a sign of weakness but of strength, and that allowing oneself to love and be loved is one of life's most beautiful experiences. With Lois's support and Chase's love, Brook Lynn has started to open her heart in ways she never imagined possible. This journey has also made her confront the emotional walls she had built. She begins to understand that these barriers, while meant to protect her, have kept her from fully experiencing the joys of love. With every step of the planning process, Brook Lynn slowly breaks down those walls, becoming more vulnerable and authentic in her emotions. Lois sees this change in her daughter and feels immense pride. She knows this journey hasn't been easy for Brook Lynn, who has faced many past disappointments and heartbreaks. Seeing her daughter now, confident, loving, and open to the possibilities of true love, deeply moves Lois. As all the final details fall into place and Chase's birthday draws near, both women feel a sense of accomplishment and excitement. They know the evening will not only be a celebration of Chase's life but also of love, family, and connection, values they both hold dear. More importantly, they understand this is just the beginning, a new chapter in both Brook Lynn and Chase's relationship, and in the renewed bond between Brook Lynn and Lois. Looking back at the process, they realize they've gained more than they expected. Not only have they planned the perfect birthday party, but they've also found their way back to each other, rebuilding a mother-daughter relationship long frayed by time. And that may be the greatest gift of all, the gift of healing and reconnection. But the night holds a twist no one saw coming. Lulu is about to reveal a shocking secret at the birthday party. While everyone is enjoying the cheerful atmosphere at the floating rib, filled with music, laughter, and the warmth of friendship and love, Lulu raises a glass to make a toast. The moment she begins to speak, the room seems to freeze in time as she drops a bombshell. Gio is the biological child of Brook Lynn and Dante. The revelation ripples through the room like a shockwave, silencing conversations and drawing all eyes to Brook Lynn, Dante, and especially Chase, the man the party was meant to honor. Lulu's disclosure isn't driven by malice or revenge, but rather by an unfortunate series of events. She accidentally discovered the truth when she found an old letter in Dante's belongings, a letter from Brook Lynn announcing her pregnancy. Lulu, shocked and confused, tried to keep the information to herself throughout the evening. But as she witnessed the closeness between Brook Lynn and Chase, and saw Dante interact with Gio without knowing he was his son, she couldn't remain silent. Her revelation comes from a place of pain and betrayal, but also from a belief that the truth, no matter how painful, must be known. Gio is the child Chase has longed for without realizing it. He's always felt a special connection to the boy, an unexplainable bond that made him protective and affectionate. He often told Brook Lynn he wanted a family and that being a father felt like a calling. He even admitted that looking at Gio, he often wondered what fatherhood would feel like. Now, faced with the truth, Chase is left stunned, his birthday turning into a moment of heartbreak. The woman he loves and trusts has kept this massive secret. And his best friend is the father of the child she never told him about. As reality sinks in, shock turns to pain and a deep sense of betrayal. Brook Lynn, once so proud of her strength and independence, now stands exposed and vulnerable, facing judgment and disappointment from all sides. Her past with Dante wasn't something she was proud of. It happened during a turbulent time in her life when she felt abandoned by the Quartermaines and disillusioned with her music career. Dante, still reeling, has to process the truth. He has a son he never knew about. And Gio, the innocent boy at the heart of it all, finds his entire world turned upside down. As accusations, tears, and explanations fly, loyalties split. Some side with Brook Lynn, understanding her decision was born of love and protection. Others support Chase, feeling he's the one most betrayed. And many worry most for Gio, caught in the center of a storm he never asked to be part of. Sonny, as Joe's grandfather, steps in to restore some order, urging everyone to focus on the boy's well-being and continue the conversation away from prying eyes. But as the night ends in heartbreak, one thing is clear. No one will leave this party the same. The new story surrounding the tension Lois is facing, brought on by her own web of lies, is truly erupting. After the truth about Gio was revealed, Lois became the center of criticism and outrage from all sides. Not only did she help Brook Lynn hide the truth about her child, but she also raised Gio as her own son, building a relationship founded on deception. This betrayal has deepened the wound she caused Brook Lynn in the past, and now it's spreading, impacting the entire Port Charles community. One of the significant new developments is that Lois must now face the consequences of her actions. She is being ostracized by friends and colleagues who feel betrayed by years of deceit. Ned, who had been rebuilding his relationship with Lois, is now questioning every aspect of their past, wondering if there are more secrets she's kept. Another major complication Lois faces is the possibility of losing custody of Gio. Even though she raised the boy as her own, now that the truth is out, Dante may seek custody. This puts Lois in a difficult position, forced to choose between fighting for the child she loves as her own or accepting that she has no legal rights over Gio. Dante and Chase are also thrown into emotional chaos as they confront these sudden changes in their lives. Dante, who had a stable family with Lulu, must now come to terms with the fact that he has a child born out of wedlock. He is torn between his responsibilities to Gio and his commitment to Lulu and their current family. Joe's sudden appearance in his life has created tension in his relationship with Lulu, who is struggling with feelings of betrayal and fear for their family's future. Chase, on the other hand, is grappling with the collapse of every plan and hope he built with Brook Lynn. Not only must he accept that the woman he loves kept such a massive secret from him, but also that the child he was beginning to bond with is the son of his closest friend. This puts Chase in a heartbreaking position, torn between his love for Brook Lynn and the deep sense of betrayal he feels. This emotional turmoil is spreading across the entire Port Charles community, with people being forced to choose sides and make judgments. The Quartermain family is facing an internal crisis, with Edward and Tracy questioning Brook Lynn's decisions and Lois's role in hiding the truth. Sonny, as Dante's father and Joe's newly discovered grandfather, is trying to mediate and protect his grandson from the surrounding chaos. As the situation continues to unfold, it's clear the consequences of this deception will be long-lasting. Every relationship is under strain, every trust is being tested, and everyone must face tough choices about their future. At the center of it all is Gio, an innocent boy now facing a completely new reality and a family he never knew he had. This developing story has fundamentally shifted the narrative in Port Charles following the shocking revelation of Joe's true identity. What began as a simple birthday celebration quickly turned into an emotional earthquake, shaking the foundations of many relationships, especially between Brook Lynn and Chase. Years of lies and concealment have created a deep rift that may be impossible to mend. Chase is struggling to accept the truths Brook Lynn kept hidden, an understandable reaction from someone who values honesty and integrity above all. For Chase, the issue isn't just that Brook Lynn had a child with Dante, that happened before they met, but that she deliberately kept it from him, even as their relationship became serious. Every moment they talked about the future, about building a family together, was an opportunity for her to come clean, and she chose silence. This has led Chase to consider a shocking decision: divorce. No one expected this from Chase, known for his patience and willingness to forgive. But after many sleepless nights, long hours of reflection, and conversations with loved ones, he's concluded that he cannot continue a marriage built on lies. He can no longer look at Brook Lynn without remembering the betrayal, nor imagine a future where he's constantly wondering what else is being kept from him. More than just ending his marriage, Chase is now considering leaving Port Charles entirely. He has contacted police departments in other cities, looking for transfer opportunities. The constant presence of Dante, Brook Lynn, and now Gio, living reminders of the betrayal, make Port Charles too painful a place to stay. He believes a fresh start elsewhere may be the only path to true healing and moving forward. This decision is reshaping the dynamics of the entire Port Charles community. Friends and co-workers are choosing sides, families are splitting, and new alliances are being formed. Dante is experiencing distance from many friends who feel, whether intentionally or not, he contributed to the breakdown of Chase and Brook Lynn's marriage. Lulu is facing backlash over how she revealed the truth, though many admit she had a right to know and share it. The already complicated Quartermain family is even more fractured. Some members stand with Brook Lynn, understanding the difficult decision she made and the pressure she faced. Others, especially those who value family honor and tradition, feel her actions have brought shame to the family. Ned, as Brook Lynn's father, is trying to mediate the factions, but his influence is waning as emotions intensify and people dig in. As Chase proceeds with divorce and prepares for a possible departure from Port Charles, Brook Lynn is in a state of despair. She is trying to cope with the fallout from her past lies while also attempting to build a relationship with Gio, the child she gave up years ago. Every attempt to reach out to Chase, to explain and apologize, is met with rejection, leaving her feeling increasingly hopeless and alone. One ray of hope for Brook Lynn comes from Lois. Despite all the tension and conflict, Lois continues to stand by her daughter. She understands that Brook Lynn's decision to hide the truth about Gio, though a mistake, was rooted in love and protection. Lois is now trying to help her daughter navigate the consequences of the truth coming out, while also facing the backlash for her own role in keeping the secret. As events continue to unfold, one thing is clear: Port Charles will never be the same. Secrets have been exposed, lies uncovered, and wounds left behind that may never fully heal. While some relationships may be salvaged with time, the pain caused by these deceptions may be too deep for some, especially Chase, to ever overcome. For Chase, the decision to divorce isn't about revenge or even anger. It's about the realization that some cracks are too deep to mend, that some lies are simply too big to forgive. And as he prepares for a new chapter in his life, one without Brook Lynn, without Port Charles, and without the ghosts of the past, he's left wondering if he'll ever be able to trust enough to love again.